to this place. We're leaving everything behind for new and exciting feelings, but I won't leave you. Everything.
Hello everyone, and we are back with Map 2, Iron Maidens versus Team Eden. You are watching Galorants Community League, powered by Elgato. I'm Jess once again, and Kira, still here.
Still here. I hopefully did not leave, you know?
Ooh. But yes, we are on our second map, seeing Ascent. So mixing things up a bit, going from the small map of Split to the very open site and environment of Ascent. Iron Maidens have chosen to attack first, so Eden is going to defend, and the team comps are locked in, and we are ready to go, Kira.
Yes, we are ready to go. And before, we start up this game, just wanted to note a few things from last game that I'd like to see or, that happened. So on the side of Iron Maidens, who are once again attacking, I really do want them to do 5-man pushes. Get onto that site and then hold the post plant, because we saw in the first 2 rounds, their post plant is just so strong. Even now, they do have the Killjoy, they have the Sova and the Brimstone, all still there. So we want to see that out of them. And then on the side of Eden, we want to see them maybe not over-rotate. For the first few rounds, we did see them kind of over-rotate too much, and that allowed Iron Maidens to actually get that post-plant situation. And other than that, just win their gunfights. Seems like they were pretty good on that. We didn't see too many ops last game, so maybe that we're on Ascent. And we do have jets. We could see some ops now.
Ooh, true.
Ooh.
And also notably, we're actually going to see 2 subs, one on each side. So we have Lazo Cam stepping in for Team Eden, while Reshi will be joining us as Jet on the side of Iron Maidens. So excited to see these two come out, freshen the gameplay coming out from both teams, heading into the second map of Ascent. Already starting up with this B site push that Turret is going to see, and so is Sarah. She's going to see all of these peeps in this chokehold before that dark cover does go down. Shots will be spammed, some connecting, some aren't, but still relatively healthy people, as they are going to start to make their way on site. Sarah, the first casualty of this round. Plant already going down, lots of shots being spammed. Again, not finding any connections or confirmations of kills here, and I beg to differ. 2 kills will go out, and that's going to be a 2v3 favoring the side of Iron Maidens.
Once again, we saw Iron Maidens able to just get onto the site. Now we're in a 1v2 situation with Bun, and she is unable to finish that round off. So that will be that first round for Iron Maidens. And look at that, we got the 5-man push. And even though there were a lot of abilities used, such as that slow orb, those smokes, in order to slow them down, they were still able to push out of that and gain control of the site. And even though they were playing all 5 members on the site, and that is a little bit liable to getting pushed from both sidewalk and stairs, they were still able to at least win those gunfights and take out those members of Eden. And it's very interesting to note as well that in this game, Sarah's actually on the Sage, which is very different from the Ray she played on on Split. I almost said Bind. Woo!
Too used to casting Bind,
I'm
Kira.
too used to it.
This time around, they are going to be heading towards mid, but Worm already pushed out in this cat area, and if they check the corner, which she does, allows Reshi to get that first blood in order, but will be chipped down to 21 health. They're going to be playing more so this market area, and there's the shock dart kill we were waiting to see since the first map, Kira. And kills will be coming out. Already only 2 members on the side of Team Eden, as they're rushing to get to this B site that's already in the hold. Oh, but that Molly's going to do so much damage on sidewalk. And hopefully that will help with this take, as they are going to be very disadvantaged in terms of numbers on the side of Eden.
Yep, once again, we saw Iron Maidens do that 5-man push, and that time it was on mid. And so they were able to take control of that and once again get onto this B site. They do have those 4 members that are playing on site. Bun able to take down 1.
Lozzle, some of her own. Oh, but so close. Reshi's gonna close that out. But what a very close round coming out indeed. However, that is going to be another round going on the side of Iron Maidens.
So, if they do keep this up, then Iron Maidens could be getting quite a few more rounds on the board with this strategy. So, thank me after, maybe? No, I'm just kidding.
And before caster curse.
oh no, wait. I take it back. I don't want to. I feel like I've definitely caster cursed a lot of teams with my callouts. But in this round, Eden is on that partial buy, and Iron Maidens will have the full rifles available. So hopefully they will be able to get this third round as well. Now hovering more toward this A side.
Ooh, and they're gonna be meeting each other very soon in tree. But Lozzle Cam will come up on top of that. Shock darts do hit Worm on the other side. Going to see both does a good amount of damage, but she's will fall. And already a big numbers advantage on the side of Team Eden as Kate and Killer Fembot will find themselves on both sides of the A side as they're trying so desperately to get on this. Worm will go down as she tries to defend it, and while Kate turns around and there's another, but Bun Bun will fall as she isn't able to react quick enough, and this is suddenly very winnable.
It's very winnable, but Yuli will be able to get Killer Fembot as well, and that will leave Kate alone. She does have 35 seconds here. She is going to decide to try to push those members of Eden.
30 seconds left.
She's gonna see, and she's gonna get it. That's a 4K coming out of Kane, and it's just gonna be Sarah left on this A site. Kate's going to make a beeline to B now that she knows that nobody should be here, and the time is ticking. She has to get this plant down.
Yep, but we actually do see that Kate has the Hunter's Fury available, so that's going to be such a strong hold. She can just go wherever she wants, but she will actually choose to stay on site, which is quite interesting to me. If she were to back out to B main or something like that, I wouldn't blame her, and I feel like that would be a little bit easier. But we shall see what happens as Sarah is coming from CT right now.
Ooh, my palms are sweating for this. This is a potential ace, Kira. But Kate, she's looking on the wrong side. Sarah's gonna catch her. She's gonna get it. Oh man. And that's going to be the defuse coming out. And this will give a round point for the side of Team Eden.
That's so good for Eden as well, because now they will have at least one rifle there. They will be able to full buy actually, and now Iron Maidens, the money is not looking great anymore. So they will be going on that partial as well.
Ooh, with this partial though, I wonder if they're gonna do that 5-man rush we always talk about.
Maybe, maybe last round I cursed them so they didn't do the 5-man rush, but maybe this round, actually, nope, no, I'm gonna stop myself. We're not gonna say anything, we're gonna see what happens. So far, it's looking promising.
Yes. I don't think we've been in this A main area yet.
Yeah, I don't think we have. But I think Eden actually knows what's up. I think they've made some noise, and the recon bolt coming out now. The rest of Eden will be here for this.
Ooh, and Lozzle Cam with a dark cover too. It's gonna make it hard for them to push out. And wow, Yuli gets the kill in the smoke. And that's going to deter any push coming out onto this A site as they leave and exit. Worm already positioned here to catch up potential rotate. And she sees Arashi. Arashi nopes out real quick.
Really quick here, but she could still get one, and Killer Fembot is still in one. But at least Iron Maidens will be able to recover that spike, but Eden is just closing in now. They do have more mid control. The Dark Harbor does go down, so Iron Maidens will have to push out of that if they decide to go mid. And their options are just running out right now, especially with 30 seconds remaining.
Left.
Oh yeah, they really have to hightail it here. Sarah already waiting here. She knows that time is ticking. And she's gonna do a bit of damage, but of course will fall as she does get mowed down by the other three. Bun Bun tries to stall it as well, and the stall is potentially working as there's only 6 seconds left and
They're not
their
gonna make
feet,
it.
yeah, they have not seen the site yet.
One
And
enemy
Worm
remaining.
still doing some damage. And with time ticking and time gone, this round is going to go on the side of Team Eden.
But once again, I feel like they did spend a little too much time trying to get out of A main. There were many members of Eden just like pushing through mid, pushing A as well a little bit there, but we actually didn't see them like full commit to try to fight them in A lobby. And so that just had Iron Maidens sit there for such a long time, run down the clock. And when they tried to go B, Eden were just able to throw one body after another body, and it didn't matter at the very end since those bodies did slow down Iron Maidens and run down the clock.
Joke's over. You're
Yeah,
dead.
they really did throw themselves in front. Ooh. But this time around, she's going to be throwing herself into the site with Run It Back to help clear some space. At least she gets the stage wall down, but the rest of the cavalry does make their way here. And Reshi pulls out the knives and tries to get that high peak to land a potential kill. That Lear, though, is going to stop her from doing that. Oh, and this Killjoy Molly is doing so
Too
much
much.
damage. Sarah's still here. Oh, the knives are actually not going to see her face as they see the wall, and she's going to fall. There's only 3 members make that too on the side of Team Eden as Iron Maidens full rushed, full plowed into the site, and they're going to try for this retake.
I was very worried there as we did see Worm come up from mid, but because the Killjoy turret was there, she wasn't able to sneak in undetected. And so now both members of Eden will be coming from B main.
One enemy remaining.
But Kate peeks out in time, spots one, gets both, and a 4K for herself at that. And that's going to be a flawless round coming out on the side of Iron Maidens.
Kate is very cracked this game. As we see, she is already 13-3, and we are 5 rounds in. So how many kills is that per round? That's like 2.
Don't make me do math, please.
No, 2.6. 2.6. All right.
Quick math.
Wait, did I do that? I'm not sure if I did that right, but hopefully I did. Don't quote me, chat, please.
You get the point.
But now we actually do see several ultimates available from Eden. We do have the Resurrect, the Lockdown now, and the Lockdown was used last time by Iron Maidens. And we do have that Blade Storm. No ops coming out yet, though. But I think they're just waiting for the money situation to improve. Once again, the Sage Wall is going to be at the front of B. They do have to wait this out. Or break it.
I'm surprised they keep going B because, like, the double sentinel hold here is so annoying with all this util coming out. Like, you get through the Sage Wall and then you run into the toaster oven of the mollies on sidewalk, and it's just chaos. And now even the lockdown is coming out as well. The Hunter's Fury is going to be utilized to connect to the ult, but connects on to Sarah instead. She's going to take a few hits from that, but the heal does come out because, you know, Sage.
It's just Sage things.
Jeez, catches Worm out while she's on the rotate. And it looks like they are going to be crossing through mid.
Actually not crossing through mid, maybe just taking mid.
Yeah.
As now there are only 2 members of Eden left.
Here,
We do
one
see that Bun
enemy
Bun is
remaining.
holding this angle, able to get
30
one.
seconds left.
This is going to be a tall task.
Ooh, the flash does connect, and she's will be able to get that one as well. That's another round.
Yeah, no. Even though they are trying to break B, it's working. The 2 Sentinels, I guess in that last round, we saw them actually go mid and avoid those Sentinels instead of pushing straight to B main. But in the round before that, they just pushed through it. Like, it didn't seem like too much of a problem. Even though the Run It Back wasn't utilized as much, we saw it kind of die at right outside that Sage Wall and not get too much information. I think they were just still able to run it down. Like, no, the rest of the team run it down. I don't know, words are hard. But
Run it back, run it more like run it
yeah,
down.
Oh, we're horrible. But now Reggie will be very aggressive onto Cat, and Worm is able to get that initial pick.
Yeah, Iron Maidens often to do a bit of a default here. Curious what the decision behind that was, and after that pick as well, Worm's just gonna stay here on this cat area as the Sage Wall in mid is going to stop the push. And she's
Spike
able to
down
get
mid.
another one with that positioning as well, but she's makes it through
There's the
to
spike.
Cat since A was completely free, and Killer Femba as well getting this free sight. And while they were able to pull the members to A, they got B for free, and they're going in.
They did get B for free, but now they won't have the Hunter's Fury available or the run it back for
Spike
this hold.
planted.
Hopefully they do have a few shock darts. But once again, they will be playing more on site, and it will still be a little difficult since it is a 2v3 right now. Jeez.
She had that crosshair lined up, and it connects. Yuli will go down, and they're watching the CT area. Kate hears these footsteps, and they're approaching oh so very slightly. She's lining it up. She gets one, but will
Last
fall to
player
Bun Bun, and
standing.
it's just gonna be left to She's here. She knows where Bun Bun's coming from, and
Bun Bun's gonna...
yeah, she doesn't have enough time.
She doesn't have enough time, and she is able to clutch it out. I think she dies here. Yeah, that was a long shot. I was like, is it that long? But I guess it is, and that will be round number 5 for Iron Maidens, having a very strong showing on attack right now.
Yeah, for sure. And I like how they did, I guess, a different strat as well. Like they've been doing the 5-man push, but this time they did the split, and they were actually able to draw attention away and sneak up onto B. And if I remember correctly, Kira, I feel like you've mentioned that strat as well for last map.
Maybe I did. But the run it back once again is getting popped in B again.
Why do I feel like she has this like every round? I swear.
Right? I feel like I just said it.
Yeah. Ooh, the two Jets are gonna find each other. But Reshi will come up on top. They're not able to defend this, and they're able to get this site now that they've fallen. It's just gonna be 2 members left. 2 Sentinels coming in from the market area. She's healing up on the sidewalk area. And they're just going to miss Bun Bun on the other side of this wall.
Yeah, but Sarah here does have that op, and I don't think she wants to lose it. But that res member is just immediately gonna go down. Sorry, I don't...
Here.
Was it Lil's cam that was res? Maybe. But another member goes down, so they will be, once again, in a 2v4 situation. I think here they're just gonna opt to save the op and try to catch out any members that are trying to come out of sight.
Yeah, try to get some exit frags. Ooh, but they're gonna get exited on. It's just going to be the long cam.
Oh!
Whoa! Okay, that must have been a quick scope because she was taking bullets.
Yeah, she was tanking with that 22 HP. She's able to save that op for this round. But the money situation on Eden is not going to look too great, as I believe they will try to force up in order to support this op. But money on Iron Maidens, looking great. 5 rifles, in addition to the Hunter's Fury and Orbital Strike for an even stronger post plant. Once they got on site, it's a little bit over, as we've seen in those past few rounds. Looks like they are opting to do more of a split this round. Spike is dropped at B. But Eden now, at least they do have a presence everywhere. They have 2 members on A, 2 on B, and that Killjoy holding mid with her turret as well.
Ooh, but the Jets are going to see each other again. This time Worm's going to win out. Not this time Reshi. She is able to get that first blood with the classic. Now we're back at... No, we are not back at a stall. There's stuff happening mid, and that stuff is Kate getting that kill onto Bun Bun. Now a 4v4, 2 ult apiece on both sides. And we're just watching this action happening in mid. 3 members left. They're going to be gearing towards this B lobby area. It's still not sure about where they exactly they want to execute. And this orbital strike is going to be used to potentially create some space, but there's no space to be created as no bodies were found there, and they're still going to be sticking it out here.
This is quite interesting, as it seems like
30
now they
seconds
are
left.
choosing mid. If Lol's Kim's able to get anybody, which she won't, but Iron Maidens is slightly running out of time, but the spike is going to a completely open A site.
Wow, they just drew attention away from the site where the spike was actually again, and the plan is gonna
10
go
seconds
down.
left. Spike planted.
Killer Fembot in prime position to get that rotate, but will fall. That is good information for the remaining two members of her team, however. It's just going to be Sheez and Cat here trying to defend this spike. A numbers disadvantage. Cam is going to force her way in. Oh, now Molly going to get that kill
Last
onto
player
Worm.
standing.
It's just going to be left to Cat here. Here's the defuse.
One enemy
Grenade
remaining.
as well, clutching it. That's a 3K for her. And time is ticking. There's not going to be enough for Sarah, and that's going to be a 4K coming out of Cat. So it's great usage of her mollies there to secure that round.
Once again, that post plant, so strong. I was like, oh, I thought she used both of her grenades at the very beginning there.
Yeah,
Sometimes, you know, you panic and you're like, oh, I gotta spam all of them just in case one of them's not on it, you know. But she is able to hold it off, use the second one to her advantage as well, and Eden just got burned alive. And they're gonna lose the op as well.
Ooh, that must have been so satisfying for her.
That's a clip in the books for me.
Facts.
Getting sight.
Oh, but Yuli, what an aggressive push out. Wow.
Spike
Literally
down
gets
B.
spam shotted, but gets the kill on her side. And that's the Hunter's Fury coming out. Is going to connect on Cam, who couldn't TP out in time. And that's going to be a 4v4. Wow, already so much action happening in the beginning of this round. Worm on the wings here. Spotted some bodies going into B main area. And this could be a potential flank coming out from her, as they are going to be pincered in this B main area. Ooh,
Spike down B.
fun. Catches out Killer Fempot on the iPad, and people are going to be falling. It's just going to be left to Sheez, who will fall.
Sorry,
And that's going to be a round on the side of Team Eden, 3-7.
I think their Iron Maidens was going back to a little bit of what I didn't want to see before. They were a little bit indecisive there. I feel like they did know that Worm was already coming from mid and that they were going to get pinched. So I was expecting them to actually pop onto B side there, try to take those fights, or go back out of B main and try to take out Worm so that at least they get the numbers advantage there. But
Right.
unfortunately, they were all just stuck in B main, and with Eden pushing in from both sides, it was really difficult to get out of, and that will lose them the round and put 3 on the side of Eden. But
Yeah,
now they will be moving toward A.
Oh, and lockdown might be used here.
Joke's over. You're dead.
The drone and run it back are both going to be used to get some info and create some space here, as well as the lockdown. They really want this site, and they're going for it, already making their way for this plant, as the rest of Team Eden will have to watch outside this outskirts of this lockdown.
But now we do see a push from probably 3 angles. We see the Heaven. We see potentially they could gear up for a push from Garden and a push from behind as well. But he's able to pick off Sarah.
Ooh, before she goes down herself, you know, Silva was right, said no more, and that's going to be no more coming out from her. It's going to be 4v4, make that 4v3, as they're trying so hard to get onto the site, but they're not letting it up. Makes her way. The defuse already going down in order, but time is running out, and they're just going in for it. They don't have enough time to defuse, and that's going to be the round. 3Ks on both sides, but still, the spike will go out, and an 8-3 on the
Last
board.
round before the switch.
Now, once again, from what I mentioned, if teams do decide to push in from different areas, you just need to win those gunfights. And unfortunately, they're running out of time, unable to get those kills. And they were just able to run, Iron Maidens were able to run down the clock and have that bomb explode, putting them into 8 rounds. And this is quite a healthy lead, even though Ascent is attacker sided. You know, if they can get this 9th round, that would be pretty great. But both teams are on mostly a full buy right now.
And Ascent was Team Eden's map choice as well. It feels like we're seeing an entirely different Iron Maidens coming out. Very decisive, very aggressive. they're making their mark.
For sure, and especially since Eden does have that double sentinel, losing all these defense rounds must be so bad for them.
But Worm and Bun Bun heard you, Kira.
They heard me.
And they're getting these kills. Already only 2 members left. And that's just going to be Cat and Killer Fembot from the shadows will be initiated to try to get some information on where exactly they could be.
Here.
But that's Spike inching towards B, and that turret
One
spotting
enemy
them
remaining.
out. And now that they know that Cat is somewhere in B main, it's she's gonna get hunted down.
Flawless.
And there we go. All the knives shoved into the body of Cat and to the floor.
Switching sides.
But now going into this second half, Eden is on a 4 round. I was about to say 6 round, and yeah, my math. I had the 2.6, but this time I guess I can't do subtraction. But hopefully, I feel like Eden can adapt the strategy of Iron Maidens to push 5 through that site and then get the very strong post plant hold, because now they do have those 2 sentinels, and that would just be so much stronger for holding the site rather than getting onto the site. They do have 2 duelists, but Jet is a little bit different, right? She doesn't have the flashes, she only has those smokes. But now they will be moving toward B in that 5-man unit.
Ooh, and Cat is going to be forced back. Lots of util being used. Lozzle Cam going to start this half off with the kill onto Shees. And the plant will go down. Shock Dart's not going to connect. And they're going to get into position for this take.
Here.
And now they will be coming in from hopefully 2 different angles. They will know that someone's coming from B main, but shots are connecting.
Yes, bodies are dropping. Only 3 members left on the side of Team Eden. As they're kind of stuck here on this boathouse mud area. Coming out from all sides.
One enemy remaining.
Julie left versus Kate. Oh, and caught the reload, but oh, okay, there she goes.
Concentrate. So
I don't think she has enough time though.
Even
I don't think
with
so. I don't think so.
concentration feels bad.
Feels bad, and that will at least be 1 round for Eden, starting this half off strong with that pistol win. And so hopefully with this upgraded buy, they will be able to take a little more of this game back into their hands. Yeah, they were still able to push on the site. A lot of the members, I feel like from both teams, like holding on B site. I feel like all those members are like in the pit, and I just feel like that's so difficult. I would like to see some members maybe branch out, try to either get aggressive kills, or at least have one member stay back and be main maybe to just get that different angle.
Oh yes, and I don't know if you saw Kira, but kind of a group huddle coming out from the side of Team Eden. You know, they're staying strong, they're keeping it together. Hopefully with that ritual, they get this round as well. All of them making their way to the A site. But so is the side of Iron Maidens. Killer Fembot is going to see all of these entries coming in. But shots won't be connecting. On the other side though, She's will. So she gets 2 before she falls. And that's
Spike
3v2.
down A.
Spike is going
One
to be
enemy
right here in the open, out in the clearing.
Oppose us.
As the rest of Iron Maidens are able to clear up.
Gun here.
Yeah, I feel like both teams, they do prefer playing in this 5-man unit. I was saying, you know, I like them having the 5-man unit, but they just need to be a little bit faster. There we did see Iron Maidens. I believe it was Kate already come up from behind in A main. And because when you play in a 5-man unit, you give up so much of the map. And if the defenders have any inkling that you're doing that, they're just going to start pushing out of sites and potentially catch you off guard if you don't commit to a site very soon. So that's kind of what we saw last time, as the rest of Iron Maidens were able to clean up Eden.
Ooh, and this dart is gonna spot out so many members out here in B main, triggering She's to have to molly out. to try to clear some space as they're still stubbornly going for this B site. That dart isn't gonna scare them.
That turret. Let's get him a little bit.
Yeah, turret do be scary. Ooh, and all this alarm bot and Molly shenanigans as well. Bun Bun was able to make her way onto site, but gave her life up for it as Kate able to connect on 2. And they're just gonna be going out now that they see the bodies of their teammates fall in that B main area.
Yeah, and this time Iron Maidens actually didn't push out for that flank mid initially. They kind of all came in from CT side in order to try to slow down those members of Eden. But oh,
One enemy remaining.
Reshi's gonna see them!
That sucks.
That does suck. You heard that too, right?
yeah, I heard that. I was like,
voice
oh.
line.
They are so appropriate sometimes.
Can I get this?
You know, we don't have to say it.
Thanks.
Then the characters say it for us.
Can I get
Yeah, right there
this?
at the very end there, Iron Maidens, once again, able to push out mid, able to catch those members of Eden unawares, and that will be the 10th round on the side of Iron Maidens, and they're just looking so good on Ascent right now.
Let's go.
Yes, they are, Kira. It feels like they're running away with this almost. And I just can't believe this is the same team that played in the previous map. You know, things are always winnable. I'm glad that that first map did not get them down, as they are having a very strong showing this time around.
Yep, for sure, and that time Reshi is gonna back off from Cat and hold a passive angle, but Kate here, she doesn't check.
When the Lear comes out, Yuli going to fall, shot's not going to connect. She's starting off this round with the first blood. And yeah, Kate did push out aggressively and will lose her life as well. No advantage yet, as that has been completely neutralized by these duels happening in mid.
Yeah, important thing to note though, Sarah does have res available. So they could bring one member back.
You will not.
There we go.
The reads.
Seems like I'm getting a lot of things right today. Alright, maybe I've cursed myself. Who knows?
Seconds left.
I'm not sure at this point, but seems like Eden will be...
Now we're cooking.
Killer Brown Ball able to take out Lost Cam there.
Ooh, but Worm does get caught out a bit there as well.
I got this
The
fight.
site has made its way onto this A site area. Run it back. It is
10
going to be
seconds
used.
left.
Time is ticking. They have to get the spike.
Last player standing.
Jeez. Going to be right behind. Oh, but the run it back expires just like that. And Sarah was waiting beside. Gets that one. And that's going to be a 6-10 score on this half.
Unfortunately, that aggressive push from Kate there in mid was just punished so hard, as I believe she looked into 3 members there at the top of Cat, and it was immediately taken down. And with no Sage on the side of Iron Maidens, they were not able to get that member back. But for Eden, at least pick up 1 member, stay alive with 3. Economy will be looking pretty healthy, as Iron Maidens will be forced on a partial.
Wait, did you just see that? Like the drone?
Did I miss something? What
No.
did I miss?
Wait, yeah, she was droning out and then the drone stopped. That was weird.
I think you can cancel a drone though.
Oh
if
no,
you-
but she canceled it like
Immediate?
seconds. Yeah.
Really? Maybe, you know, you moved or pressed the wrong button. We will probably find out later what happened with that, but Worm able to get that first pick off Kate, and she's making noise at B. But everyone else from Eden coming up mid right now.
The Jets
Reshi.
just love this area.
Give me those back.
Ooh,
One enemy remaining. Spike down mid.
And that's
those
going
knives.
to, yes,
Shadows trap.
clean slices 2 members. And Loswell Cam will be out here on her lonesome. Spike not in the best of places as it is in the middle of 3 members of the opposing team in Iron Maidens. What, 30 seconds left. She's trying to make it work. Paranoid does come out, not going to connect, but the knives do, and that's going to be a 3K coming out from Reshi. Just 11-6 very close to a match point here.
Yep. I kind of expected, I think, Eden to check more of Cat before actually pushing up mid, because I feel like we've seen the Jets play that so
Yeah,
much, as you
always
mentioned
there.
before. Right? They're always there. And we're like, you know, maybe either push her off. So sometimes the Jet does get pushed off by the enemy team, and then she ends up going into Garden, I believe, just hiding behind that little wall right there. But if you don't put pressure on her, she's just gonna stay there. And that was very detrimental toward Eden. And now they're like, you know, we don't want to deal with that Jet Cat anymore. Actually, there she goes. Sarah's able to kick off Reggie with that operator.
Yeah, they ain't about the Jet. It's just like she's out of the equation.
Well, that Hunter's
You
Fury
should
actually
run.
will be able to tag 2 members, and the lockdown is going to come down on B. So Iron Maidens is going to be pushed back from site, but Eden is still waiting a little bit to go on.
Yeah. Oh, that orbital strike.
Spike
Oh,
down,
so
B.
impactful. Gets one onto Worm and pushes the rest of the members back. And they're still stuck here in B main as the rest of the team has their eyes and their crosshairs and their shots on this as Kate gets just 2 members
Last
left. And
player
Yuli, oh, the
standing.
shock dart connects as well. Kate's going crazy here. And Yuli, the only one left. Kate's on the hunt for blood, but she will fall. And that dismiss going to keep her still there as they're watching this because they know she's stuck there.
I don't think she can get out here. This is
30
going to be...
seconds left.
Oh, let's see if that pushes her out. That will not. But she will peek that, and Cat will be able to take her down, putting 12 rounds on the side of Iron
Match
Maidens.
point.
And there, once again, you know, Eden, you gotta push out. Like, that orbital strike as well, being able to catch out Worm and just frying her up, left those 3 members there, and from there, very difficult to go anywhere, especially forward, because the rest of Iron Maidens just trained all their eyes onto that entrance of B main. And it seems like Eden in this, hopefully not last round, are splitting up a little bit. We do see a Lulz cam at A, or on the A side. She will get spotted out though.
Yes, she will. Reshi pushes out from CT, is going to get spotted by Yuli. Tries to connect some shots. Does connect a bit. Reshi does take a bit of damage, and now she's forced back from that cat area that the Jets love so much. And this time we're going to be setting our sights onto the mid area as they're trying to push through and successfully do it. She's will go down, but Yuli is going to be traded out by Kate. And Worm going to be aiming for Kate, knowing that she is there, and just people falling, taking turns, dropping in this mid-market area.
This is gonna be very intense because the Jet on Reshi she's so low. I don't know how much HP she has, but it is not much. Standoff right now. They will only hit 2 members of Iron Maidens, as we actually do see Killer Fedbot coming up mid. So if they don't choose to
30
go in,
seconds left.
they're gonna get. Wait, she's not going up mid.
No, she's not.
No, she is going. She's going up mid. They have 23 seconds left.
Oh,
Is
she sees.
able to catch out? She's not. But they're still running out of time. There's only 17 seconds left.
Oh, they have to come.
Player
They have to
standing.
go. 12 seconds left, and Reshi's only
10
at 3
seconds
HP
left.
too. This is the ideal situation for them, but the plant has not gone down yet. It's in progress. It's going to be on A. Reshi now going to be stuck here on mid. She's just in the middle as well. Just gonna be kind of hard for her to get to the site.
Yeah, she's 3 HP as well. Looks like the money is good on the side of Iron Maiden, so if she wants to go for this, she can, but if she wants to save as well, wouldn't blame her. I think she might go for potentially some exits here. Yeah, she'll be looking for exits from A main. She might actually catch out Sarah, because it seems like she will be exiting here, but hopefully Sarah will be able to know that someone could be here and is watching her. But in that last round, I really liked how Eden was cognizant of...
Oh, there it is.
There we go. And Yuli dies as well. And that's actually really not good for Eden, because look at their money situation right now. It's going to be a little bit sketchy. they actually can't buy full rifles. So some members will either have to go on Spectres and Bulldogs or go for the light shields, even though they were able to win that round. But from what I was saying before, it was really good that they were able to catch out Killer Fembot and have no members go down themselves. And then able to hightail it over to a completely free A site and get that plant down. But for this round, there are some ults, but you know, they aren't those super aggressive ults, except for maybe Worm a little bit, you know. The Blade Storm can be aggressive if used properly, but we do see Worm trying to make noise at B while the rest of her team is at A.
Yeah, she's playing alone here, and Killjoy even recalled her turret as well. The spike, however, already made its way onto A, and it's already gone down. So Worm, I guess she's just gonna be wrapping around here to catch members on the rotate. Reshi, in the meantime, the other opposing Jet tries to get some vision on where exactly these post-plant positions are going to be.
Stay down.
Oh, and there it is. What we were talking about, Worm is going to catch the rotate, but in the meantime, the rest of her team members are going to be falling. It's going to be left to her and Yuli to try to stick this one out. Yuli, with that kill onto Reshi, gets another one as well. Oh, and there's only suddenly one member left in Killer Fembot, and she's trying to stick it, but she's taking those shots in the back, and Rim, as big as he is, couldn't tank it.
Oh, I was about to say, if both of them died to that bomb right there, economy! Once again, the economy would have been a little bit sketchy. But luckily for them, I feel like that was like a second, or maybe half a second. It felt really close there. But for this round, we do see on Iron Maidens, they do have the lockdown, and they do have the Hunter's Fury. So that could slow down Eden quite a bit if they decide to quickly push, which they might do on B, and there aren't too many members on site, actually. There are only 2 members of Iron Maidens playing in Market. But nope, I stand corrected. They're not pushing B as of yet. I've lost my streak, Jess. I've lost it.
Shh, it's okay.
Alright, now I'll call that they are going mid right now. Hunter's Fury will go out.
So it does connect, but does not confirm. She's, however, is going to get that opener pick. And wow, suddenly the bodies in Market trying so hard to make their way.
Last player standing.
And Bun Bun, now the only one left, spared of the Market bloodbath. What a dangerous place it is. Finds herself in this B main area. Is going to get spotted by She's. Will go down, but they know she's here now. And Kate's out for blood. She catches her off guard.
Defenders
and
win.
she gets it. That's going to be the map for Iron Maidens. 13-8.
Seems like somebody was watching stream. I really liked how they were able to capitalize on those 5-man pushes and then able to hold down those post plants and giving them that lead, I believe, in the first half just allowed them to finish off the second half and take the map for themselves.
Ooh, and what a great match to start off season 3 with. I guess viewers can already see that we're in for a very competitive season.